Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind. We've got some liberal lies to tackle. We're getting closer and closer to election season, and so you know exactly what that means. That means all the election tropes come back. It's frickin' Groundhog Day, folks. Every election season is the same attacks, the same talking points, the same pathetic, ridiculous tactics. And so today we gotta debunk the left's favorite thing to do, lying about Trump's crowd sizes and attempting to twist the story, attempting to paint Donald Trump as a deeply unpopular figure getting booed everywhere he goes. He can't pull crowds anymore. People don't like him. He's getting booed at events. Democrats and even Ron DeSantis supporters love doing this stuff these days. And honestly, I don't blame them. You know, it's kind of a response to the stories that we constantly cover of Democrat politicians getting booed into oblivion. I mean, we have a freaking list at this point. From Ilhan Omar to Nancy Pelosi to Jill Biden to Joe Biden, the list goes on and on and on and on. What I tend to say is Democrat politicians can't go anywhere anymore. We'll call it the Justin Trudeau effect. Getting heckled and booed literally everywhere they show their ugly mug. Of course, it's an optics game, and we cover every time a Democrat politician gets booed off the stage. And so Democrats feel as though the only legitimate response is to cover stories where Donald Trump gets booed. Yes, Trump is getting booed. Nobody likes him. That's what they keep telling us. Except they always have to deceptively edit or choose very specific camera angles in order to promote the lie that Donald Trump is deeply unpopular. Well, here we go again. Remember the last time they deceptively edited a clip of Donald Trump imitating Joe Biden, literally pretending to be Joe Biden, took out the context, showed Donald Trump pretending to be dazed and confused and said, oh, well, look, he's got cognitive decline too. Remember that one? Well, here we go again. We got another one, another deceptive edit, another fake news propaganda, bogus election tactic. Let's get into it, folks. Let's roll the tape. All right, friends, so here's the clip that's going viral all over the anti-Trump Twitter Reddit community. I think Trump will stick to UFC events going forward. Trump is getting booed. At least that's how it looks like from this camera angle, right? The camera then pans to a couple Clemson band members, so not even the home team. You could see a couple thumbs down, a couple local boos, and that's really the important word here. Local, from this perspective, it seems as though Trump is getting booed, because you hear the people directly around you, at least a couple of them, booing. But of course, the reality was quite different. I think that's fair to say. Here's the reality. The stadium went absolutely frickin' wild. Just like the UFC stadium. I mean, we could compare these things side to side. It's the same kind of hero's welcome now, isn't it? It's pretty much the exact same thing. Leftoids are basically focusing the camera on Bill Burr's wife, putting up two middle fingers, promoting the narrative or the story that everybody hates Trump and the entire crowd rejected him. Now, obviously, that never happened. The crowd went absolutely wild, and it wasn't just when he walked on the turf, but when interacting with fans at the stadium as well. I mean, come on. Like, if there's one thing you can't take away from Donald Trump, it's the fact that he's a superstar. Are there going to be people booing him? Absolutely. There's going to be people booing anybody. You can literally think of any individual, any prominent celebrity, politician, athlete, whatever it is. If they walk out on a field or any event, there's going to be boos and there's going to be cheers. But with Trump, I mean, the overwhelming majority of people cheer. Seeing Trump is like an event. It's like, oh my God, it's the guy. guy. It's him. I can't believe we're seeing him in person. And then, of course, there's the diehard Trump supporters, the diehard Trump fans who go absolutely wild for the guy. And so I find it a little bit perplexing. Continue to take the L and continue to get humiliated on this exact campaign tactic, I guess, topic. I don't know when they're going to get the message. Attempting to paint Donald Trump as deeply unpopular and despised, as if people are booing him and he doesn't have star power, has to be one of the stupidest things. That's literally Donald Trump's superpower. It's probably his most powerful political tool. I don't know. What it seems to me is the Democrats are desperate. They're grasping at straws. They're trying to find something. It seems like nothing is working for them. And so they're, kind of just defaulting to the Hillary Clinton shtick of 2016, pretending as if Donald Trump wasn't filling stadiums when he obviously was. It's a reactive defensive position that they're in. Remember back in 2016, we would point out horrible, dismal Hillary Clinton crowds where nobody would show up, and how CNN and MSNBC would basically fake the camera angle to make it seem as if it was this packed event, even though there was like maybe 50 people in attendance. They would pretend as if those 50 people were really just the mosh pit in front of the stage, and there was a whole lot of people in that big ass stadium. But it was never true. We would point that out. And so what did the left start doing? Well, they started doing the exact same kind of dishonest crap as the media was doing, taking photos of Donald Trump's event like before he was even on stage while it was empty, like 2 hours before he's even speaking, and promoting some narrative on Twitter that Trump's crowds are empty or the stadium's empty. 2 hours later, they look like complete fools when the event actually starts and the crowd is packed to the freaking brim. It's the same desperate tactic. It's the same defensive, reactive tactic. Democrats are playing reaction politics. They're playing know you politics. I know you are, but what am I? Kind of thing, Joe, you're deeply unpopular, you're dumb, and everyone hates you, and when you show up on stage, you get booed into oblivion. Oh, I know you are, but what am I? Oh, but Donald Trump too, the same thing. No, not the same thing. Trump is a freaking superstar. Everybody knows this. Even moderate liberal Joe Rogan knows this in the clip that we played not too long ago.
When he walked out of Madison Square Garden, it was bananas.
Really?
It
Went
was,
crazy.
the whole place was cheering. He walks out to Kid Rock's American Badass with Kid Rock and Tucker Carlson walking in like the right-wing Avengers. And the place went nuts.
And so I don't know what Democrats are thinking. I don't know what the messaging plan is. They've tried so many different things. They've tried Bidenomics. Oh, Bidenomics real good. They've tried wartime president. Yeah, that really didn't work out. Joe Biden, the military commander.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put
They tried the greatest jobs president ever. People are literally working 2 jobs and can't even maintain. So many people are living on non-perishable food items right now. Some people are sacrificing buying food to be able to, pay rent and keep the power on. While Joe Biden celebrates his economic success, it's completely ridiculous. Nothing has worked, and now they're trying these little despicable, dishonest propaganda tactics. They're desperate. They are freaking desperate. They're desperate because this is the current state of polling. They're desperate because Joe Biden is now viewed as less favorable than Donald Trump in the aggregate, and that's including a whole load of left-wing Bush polls. Even the right-wing establishment is desperate because Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and the rest of them have all fallen flat. They're desperate, desperate, desperate. And so what do? They resort to fake news, selectively edited, bogus Twitter propaganda, which just ends up making them look dumb in the end, because I end up making a video in response showing how dishonest they are, proving them wrong, and it's basically Groundhog Day. The left simply can't win without dishonest propaganda tactics. And here's more proof. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.